So the mayor of Minnesota, Jacob Frey, is coming out in favor of the sanctuary cities, standing with the illegals, the protesters, the Somali fraudsters, and condemning ICE agents.
To this story, you mentioned an Ecuadorian migrant. Are you familiar with Victoria Eileen Harwell? An Ecuadorian illegal immigrant in August of 2024, driving drunk, crashed head-on into Victoria Harwell, killing her. Her 14-year-old daughter survived, and her sister. ICE released her, local Hennepin County released her not once but twice and didn't cooperate with ICE detainers. Why not? Since you're in favor of removing them, cooperate with ICE. Whether you have this sanctuary policy that the DHS says it is, you call it a separation ordinance. Why not just cooperate and make it safer for everyone involved? The community, the officers, and even the migrants.
Great question.
My position here is pretty straightforward, and that's this. If you commit a crime, if you commit fraud, if you commit a carjacking or a murder, you should be investigated, charged, prosecuted, held accountable, and yes, arrested and put in jail. That is my position if you commit a crime and you are a problem on the streets of the city of Minneapolis that has made us less safe. What I am saying is that a lot of the people that ICE is picking up right now in our city are not a problem for Minneapolis. They've opened businesses. They've been here for longer than I've been here. They contribute so beautiful and greatly to our city. They have families here. They're our neighbors, and yeah, we love them. We love them and we care about them. And I hope that people throughout the country can understand that, we got to be thinking about other people as if it were ourselves. What would we do in these situations? How would we handle ourselves? And, we care deeply about our immigrant population. We care deeply about everybody in our city. And what we're seeing right now is the kind of chaos that is being caused by this massive influx of ICE agents isn't helpful.
Typical Democrat move.
Yeah, so it's interesting. He said they're not problems. So basically saying, yeah, they're illegal, but they're good. They're causing fraud, but they're good. We like them here. We shouldn't let the ICE pick them up and deport them, even though they're illegal and they came here illegally. Come on, man. This dude is a clown. This guy is a fraud. And this is the problem with Democrat leadership all across the country. They all suck. They're all sellouts. If they're not citizens, you shouldn't be siding with them.
That's the problem. They're non-citizens. They are illegal. That is a crime.
I actually think it's deeper than that, too, because he asked him the specific question of, okay, well, she was arrested twice in this situation. So if an illegal immigrant is arrested, shouldn't they be deported to keep the people in the community safe? And he didn't answer. He just said, well, all of them aren't criminals, but he asked you about this specific case right here where this person was a criminal that was released twice, and then they killed a fellow Minnesota person. So in this case, would it have been better if the person was deported when they were arrested? And then he just went on a political rant and did not answer the question.
About how you should care and how we should love.
We're talking about this one case where someone who was arrested was let go, when in another state, if an illegal immigrant is arrested, they are not let go.
They're always playing that emotional crap.
Your response to the mayor telling ICE to get the F out of the city?
Sure. Mayor Frey seems to, again, Matt, we've said this many times, choose illegal aliens and criminal illegal aliens over the American citizens in his city. Let me say that again. He chooses criminal aliens that would harm children, kill, rape, and maim American citizens. He chooses them over his own citizens.
This mayor sucks. He is saying that the protests are peaceful. Someone died. 30 people have been arrested for protesting. And this is what he has to say. And this is some of the stuff that is going on. Now they're throwing piss bottles. Peeing in a bottle and throwing it at the ICE agents. And he says it's peaceful.
Interfere or even assault officers, and we see the protesters crossing a line of protesting, throwing rocks, hitting cars, and interfering in the federal government's view of their operation of carrying out federal immigration law enforcement.
Look, we have had perhaps tens of thousands of people peacefully protesting in the streets. And at the same time, yeah, they are going to stand up for their neighbors. And what we are seeing time and time again is unconstitutional conduct.
You said someone threw a bottle full of piss at you? Is that what?
Yes. You want it? All this is all piss.
You're okay with me coming over to take a shot?
All this, somebody threw a bottle of piss and it went all inside the vehicle too, and all over me. So that's the peaceful protest you're seeing. You guys can't be running red lights. You guys are gonna T-bone into some family.
Yeah. For sure.
Drive safe, like, come on.
Do they have nightsticks? I'm not gonna lie. If someone threw a pee ball at me and I had a nightstick, I'm running you down. I'm beating you with that stick. That's assault. You assaulted me.
No, that's pretty bad.
I'm coming with the nightstick. You know.
Yeah, if you hit me with
that might be justified.
I don't know how I'm gonna feel.
That might be justified.
P and again, this goes back to what I always say. If you're doing that, do you really think that that's going to help stop this problem that you are trying to fight against? Do you think that peeing in a bottle and throwing it at them is going to make them leave and be more safe and not deport illegals?
They're doing their
Do you
job.
truly not care? You're just one to go out and be a degenerate and be a freedom fighter and a social justice warrior and make yourself feel good and make other people look at you and think that, oh, wow, look at this guy. He's such a good guy. He's attacking ICE.
What do they think that's gonna make ICE be like, man, we can't go out there anymore and deal with these liberals?
They gonna go out there.
That's not gonna happen. This is a direct order from not just the president, the American people. We
This is
voted
a democracy.
for this. This is the problem. Are y'all not accepting the result of an election?
They could never say that again.
Man, that
I
runs in my
want to look up
head
a stat too.
every day.
Troopers, Texas plates. Come out of the car. Come out of the car. Come out of the car.
Open the window.
Yo, he's in proceedings. He's good to go. Let me get my plate.
Lower the window.
Watch out behind you, watch out! Holy.
Whoa.
Watch out in front of you, watch out in front!
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Watch it. He's got a Cut it off. Cut it off. Now. Cut it off. Turn off the car. Cut the car. Cut off. Come out of the car. Come out of the car. Come out. Now. Hey.
All right, here with reaction, ICE Director Todd Lyons. Todd, I mean, if that doesn't educate the public about these ramming incidents, I don't know what else will, on top of what happened. You know, previously, we now have 3 in recent days. Very dangerous now. Do you tie a lot of this danger to the rhetoric?
So these people are doing their job. They already have to deal with this. And then we have to deal with liberals out there screaming, blowing whistles in furry suits on top of it. That's a problem.
And I want to send you guys, I want to show this to the people of America.
Interestingly enough, if they would have shot him, who was in the right? You're using your car as a vehicle. It's dangerous. What if they would have had to defend themselves?
All right. Is Trump on pace to deport as many illegals as Obama did? I asked Gemini this, which is Google, which is definitely not right-leaning. Based on current data, through early 2026, President Trump is not currently on pace to match or exceed the total number of deportations seen during the Obama administration, despite his administration's focus on mass deportations. So, with that being said, was Obama a fascist? Was Obama all these things? Was he Hitler?
Was he a Nazi?
Was he a Nazi?
Were the ICE agents Nazis during that time?
Was there a guys? I don't know if I just wasn't around to see it, if I was too young, but I don't remember hearing of any protesting during that. That shows that they really don't care about these illegal immigrants. They only care about pushing a narrative. They only care that it's Trump doing it.
Yeah, like we've been saying during the election, Trump bad. I don't know, maybe liberals good. Now, we said Kamala good, but liberals good people. But now, this is absolutely insane. We're not gonna run the clip. The father of the woman that was shot by the ICE agent said, let's not blame the ICE agents.
He said she would not have been there if she was walking in the spirit of God.
Wow! It's over.
Yeah.
It's over, man.
What else needs to be said?
What else needs to be said?
That's it. I don't blame them. I don't blame her. She would not have been there if she was walking in the spirit of God. I mean, he's right. You would have been at home with being a mother to your child. Your child has no one else, and you wouldn't put yourself in harm's way, and now your child is an orphan. That's just damn sad.
That's why
That's
I say
just poor parenting. Like, if I got children at home, I'm not gonna do anything to risk my freedom or my ability to be a father to my child.
Literally.
Like,
It's just poor parenting.
how dumb these people are. It's more of a spiritual warfare that we're dealing with.
Brother, I've
seen they were using their babies as shields to protect themselves.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Homeland Security put out a thing. Don't use your baby as a shield. Don't bring your
Like,
babies to protest.
This is a spiritual warfare, guys.
It is spiritual warfare.
Look at what some of these people are doing. Now, this is a complete, not photo op. What do you call it?
Virtue signaling.
This is pathetic.
Like,
that'll really show ICE, guys. Just lay down in the parking lot in the middle of freaking nowhere. That'll really show them.
Like, does that help your feelings? Does it?
I'm telling you, the people do this for the approval of their peers. They're like, guys, look at me. I'm a good guy. I went out there and laid in the street to stop ICE. Well, no, I went and I tried to stop the ICE officers myself. Oh, well, I threw a pee bottle at the officer. And they're just trying to one-up each other on who is so good. Oh, you're so good, man. You're such good people, and you care about these illegals so much. So much so that you're willing to risk the lives of your family members and your own safety.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear anything from any more Democrat officials because the father said it.
Oh yeah, man.
If the father said it, y'all don't have no right to speak on this. He does. He has the right. He knew his daughter. Y'all don't know his daughter. Y'all are using his daughter for political points.
Daughter-in-law.
It's not his actual daughter?
It says in-law.
Oh, my bad.
It's her husband who died's father.
Reading is fundamental, guys. But yeah, still though. He spoke on the situation, and that's how he feels. And she shouldn't have been there. Everybody knew that. The man that literally knows her, his question was, why was she there?
She shouldn't have been there.
That was his question.
She literally was states away from where she lives.
Like,
whoa, she drove states for that?
Like,
yeah. She's not from Minnesota.
That
She
was
just
his
got
first
shot in
question.
Minnesota.
He might have a little rage in his heart, but that was his question. Damn, man, she shouldn't have never been. If that would have happened to my family member, I would have been like, why were you there? It would have sucked.
That's why I asked
But
that
that's the
one
first
time
question.
on the video. I was like, if you're any mother, would you want your kid out there doing that? No. Why? Because it's dangerous and stupid. That ends it right there.
Well,
would you want your mom to go out there?
We seen what the mayor said. I mean, they're going to continue
He
to use
don't
this
care about his
crap
people.
for political points because it's people. It's literal people. We see this every day. That's why it's the Lake and Riley at. It's been countless of times that illegal immigrants are doing absolutely insane stuff. Here in Houston, Texas, it was literally a sex trafficking ring of illegal immigrants worshiping. They were worshiping Satan in an apartment. It was a gang of illegal immigrants. They were sex trafficking people, women. Come on, bro. It's happening. And these people they're not speaking on it. I've never seen a Democrat come out and say, man, we got some stuff going on with these illegal immigrants. Not once. But nah, they go fly to get Alberto Garcia. Come on, man. Let's know what y'all think. Also, the Maduro situation. They're upset about that.
When the people there are happy.
Come on, bro. This stuff is not serious.
He's always been a racist, a bigot, a xenophobic, and Islamophobic. We know that he called African nations a shithole in his first administration. We know that when he came down that escalator, he said he was going to stop Muslim immigration into this country. And so it is not surprising that he is going after black immigrants in this country. And it's certainly not surprising that he's choosing a black immigrant community that is also Muslim. But what I would like to say is that most of us are citizens. On our passport, it says we are nationals of this country. We love that Minnesota has welcomed us. Many of us have not been settled in Minnesota. We chose it as a home because the Minnesota people and the state is beautiful and very welcoming. And we are going to be here regardless of what the president has to say.
Congresswoman, do you agree with President Trump's assumption that you married your brother to get citizenship?
3,500 yards.
Have you begun packing your bags for Somalia yet, Congresswoman Omar?
Not going anywhere.
So you're not?
No, don't waste your energy on me.
Do you have a message for President
I
Trump?
will be here probably longer than Trump.
Wait, do you have a message for President Trump?
I am like a quarter of his age.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say to
He's
him?
an old man losing his mind. I don't know why he's obsessed with me.
You don't know why.
Interesting. Well, thank you, Congresswoman.
Yeah, I hope he gets help.
Thank you.
I mean, I definitely think she was definitely a part of that fraud. I definitely think she got broke off in that fraud for sure. Now, I'll break it down like this. Like, we as regular citizens have to follow the rules or we suffer consequences, and now we're allowing people to have the privilege of living in our country and coming from a worse place just for them to game the system and finesse it. And now they're mad that they're facing persecution and the consequences of their actions. It's just, we have to follow the rules. Why don't they?
Into Minnesota and their fraud on visas and their programs, 50% of them are fraudulent, which means that wacko Governor Walz either is an idiot or he did it on purpose. And I think he's both, sir. He brought people in there illegally that never should have been in this country, said they were somebody that they're not. They said they were married to somebody who was their brother or somebody else. Fraudulent visa applications, signed up for government programs, took hundreds of billions of dollars from the taxpayers, and we're going to remove them and we're going to get our money back. And we're going to, this next year, make sure that we only put people in leadership positions in this country that love this country.
And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. Damn. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much.
That's real.
Don't come here and just bitch. That is funny.
Don't do that.
That's real, though.
That is real.
That's real, though. Like, why would you come here from a worse place and then complain about it?
That doesn't make any sense.
Like, why be here? Go back. Seriously, like, if you think it's so bad here for you, then leave. Like, you came here. If it's so bad, then leave.
And that point there, I would never understand.
That was a very valid point.
That's why I would never complain about America, because I'm happy and grateful to be here. So why would I complain? I could take my ass to Africa, and I've been there. You don't want to go there. I'm just being real, bro.
That is real.
Until you go, though, for some people, because they're told so much by the left about how oppressed they are and how bad it is here, you have to go and see for yourself what it is like in other countries to truly understand and appreciate how good you have it here. Well, I'll put it like this, right? Say you got a girl, she was good to you. She did everything for you. Then you leave her. You go get somebody else, and they treat you horribly. Then you go think, should have stayed with that. It's the same thing, bro.
Hey, I was really just thinking, like, it's common sense when you just see all type of countries trying to sneak into America. That in itself is a hint that this country is not bad.
How many illegal immigrants is going to Somalia? I'm trying to sneak to Somalia, y'all. I'm trying to sneak to Mexico, y'all. Who has ever said that?
Good afternoon. My name is Brian O'Hara, B-R-I-A-N, O''H-A-R-A. I am the Minneapolis Police Chief. I know the recent reports that are circulating among the media are concerning. I just want to be clear. We are not confirming anything that has been in any of these reports, and we don't have any official information ourselves. What we are aware of is what has been happening in our community. And our involvement, the mayor's leadership on that, council members and other elected officials in the city did not start today. That's been going on. The fear that the community has been experiencing, immigrant communities have been experiencing in this city is real. I have been meeting with pastors, imams, business owners that are having a real impact in our city. People are afraid to go to church. They're afraid to go to worship. They're not spending money at a lot of our immigrant businesses in the city. And from a public safety perspective, the fear of people to cause the police is something that to call the police in a time of need is something that harms everyone. So I just need to be clear, as our mayor has stated, the Minneapolis Police Department does not work with federal law enforcement for the purpose of conducting immigration enforcement. We don't provide information to federal immigration authorities. We don't ask people about their immigration status. Our mission is clear: to protect life, to uphold the law, and to maintain safety.
Once the corruption and fraud and wrongdoing was exposed, something was gonna happen, especially with Trump as president. That should let every community know where they getting over and doing wrong. You gotta know to get right. Like you've had since January to realize the time of playing games and getting over is over.
And JD just said, what was it, 50% of the visas that they were using are fraudulent. So that means 50% of y'all about to get booted.
Y'all should have known that was coming.
That's what it is.
It's interesting. Under Democrat leadership, it's like, oh, they're here, just let them stay. What?
How does that affect everything?
How the hell does that make sense? How is that fair? They always talking about equity and fairness. How is that fair?
And if 50% of the visas were fraudulent and 88% of those people are on welfare, that's a lot of people that taxpayers are funding who are illegal. How is that fair to the taxpayer? How is that fair to the legal immigrants? That's not fair to nobody. And again, I am with legal immigration, but I am against illegal immigration. That is illegal. Period.
I thought a lot of the Somalians got sent to America because of
yes,
TBS.
but they just said 50% of the visas are fraudulent. So of all the people there, half of them are not supposed to have got here.
They finessed.
So that's not right.
So I mean,
because then there's probably people there who are trying to do it the right way and they stuck. And they might come and get some money.
Damn. So how many people you think that crossed the border that was Somalian during the Biden-Harris administration?
Probably a lot of them crossed from the Mexico border.
You think like another 1 million?
I have no idea how many because no one has any idea how many. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
My name is Jacob Fry. I'm the mayor of Minneapolis, and we are here to respond to a number of credible reports from several media outlets relaying that there are as many as 100 federal agents that will be deployed to the Twin Cities with a specific focus on targeting our Somali community. To our Somali community, we love you and we stand with you. That commitment is rock solid. Minneapolis is proud to be home to the largest Somali community in the entire country. They've been here for decades in many instances. They're entrepreneurs and fathers. They benefit both the culture and the economic resilience of our city. Targeting Somali people means that due process will be violated. Mistakes will be made. And let's be clear, it means that American citizens will be detained for no other reason than the fact that they look like they are Somali.
My name is Jamal Osman.
You see how you try to put that in there, y'all?
They're gonna detain for no reason that they're Somali. It's bullshit.
You could tell a Somalian from a black person, y'all. So if you believe this, your ass might need to be
And
detained.
I mean, I just don't understand that 50% of them finessed and 50% of them did not do the visas right. Why are we mad at getting them?
Why are we acting surprised that now that a lot of widespread fraud has been exposed and now there's repercussions from that exposing, now we're acting like some community is under attack?
And there's a lot of Somalian gang members too.
Yes.
And they pretend to care about the Somalians, but they don't. What are they looking at them? They look at them as a chess piece to get a vote
and to push this agenda, this anti-Trump agenda that
exactly
against immigrants. It's interesting
they don't
that
care.
It's interesting that they keep grouping in illegal immigrants with regular immigrants. That's like such a dishonest.
That's crazy.
And they actually grouping them with black people.
Yes,
actually.
you know why? Because who this trick has worked since our boy Lyndon. With all the black folks, pretend to make them think that you are helping them, and they will give you your undying loyalty, and they will even get on each other for not agreeing with you. You see, Lyndon, man, he was evil, but he was a genius.
You don't care
because
about
he
that.
said, "I'm gonna have them just voting for me for 200 years," and now they done extended it to all minorities.
Oh, for sure.
I am the council member of Ward 6, someone who represents the largest East African community in Minneapolis. I am proud to say I'm a Somali American. This country welcomed me and my family 26 years ago. It has provided me a life that I did not have in Somalia. We came here and we are thankful to be here. I've been educated here. Got the opportunity to serve my community, to be a council member. I know many families are fearful tonight. They are. But I want you to know that City of Minneapolis stand behind you as the leaders, both mayors and the chief and everyone that stand behind you are here to stand with you. Our community has lived through fear in the past. And we're not going to let us divide that.
That's right.
We're going to stay informed, we're going to stay safe, and we're going to support each other. Now I would like to switch into Somali to speak to my community. Assalamu alaikum. Walaalayaal waxaan la hadlayaa community-ga magaalada Minneapolis. Anigoo ah Jamaal Cusmaan. Waxaan inii sheegayaa City Minneapolis garabkiina ay taagan tahay. Community-geena target-da lagu yahay. Qolyahan
I'm sorry, I can't listen to it.
There's no reason to. We don't know what he's saying.
I don't like when people who are supposed to be in local government or government at any level speak foreign languages, and that does include Spanish. I don't like it. This is America. We speak English. Please speak English. I feel like that should be a basic requirement.
U.S. official says that ICE is planning a surge of agents to the Twin Cities.
And sources tell the Associated Press Somali immigrants are the target of the operation. Twin Cities leaders addressed this reported operation this afternoon, and our Connor White was there. Connor?
Right. The AP reports that enforcement operation will focus on Somali immigrants living unlawfully here. The expectation is that starts this week. Today, those Twin Cities leaders offered a show of support for the Somali community, and the mayor of Minneapolis says he believes ICE will break the law and sweep up American citizens.
Targeting Somali people means that due process will be violated. Mistakes will be made. And let's be clear, it means that American citizens will be detained for no other reason than the fact that they look like they are Somali.
No.
Mayor Jacob Fry says an overwhelming majority of Somali people in Minnesota have a legal right to be here. Minnesota is home to about 80,000 Somali people, more than any other state in the nation. And CARE estimates about 95% of them are U.S. citizens. St. Paul's Mayor Melvin Carter calls the president's recent rhetoric racist.
So what you heard the president say today was that he is incompetent and incapable of being a president for the people of the United States because he just said out loud that he despises Americans.
Now, officials say they are looking into reporting from
that whole shit.
Man, you heard him say they're coming after Somalis that are here unlawfully. Stop playing games. You don't hate Americans. Americans aren't here unlawfully. That doesn't make sense.
You see how they try to word twist it?
And they also said 50% of those people who are quote unquote U.S. they finesse. They are not technically.
It's very annoying.
It's their typical playbook though.
It's annoying. They're just trying to find raids to have the anti-Trump rhetoric. It's tiring. It's going to be interesting to watch this play out because they're going to find a way to just, Trump racist, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. And it's like, all right, like, I'm tired of it. Like,
bro, it's crazy. We've seen multiple videos of them saying, we're going to try to make Somalia in America.
They did say that.
We're here for Somalian interests.
They said we represent
in America.
Somali interests. Yeah, yeah.
We have seen this multiple times.
We
We're
have.
supposed to represent America.
Facts.
America.
Facts.
Y'all changed the whole state flag to look like a Somalian flag.
Facts.
Come on now. Let's be real now, y'all.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just going.
That is a
like what?
It's a little
it's pretty extreme, ain't it?
Yeah, man. Got to get to the bottom of this.
It's going to be very interesting to watch this play out, but I think y'all know where we stand on this issue. Let us know what y'all think in the comments.
Talk about how the average American is starting to feel as major corruption is being exposed, especially now with the case in Minnesota and the daycare fraud. This is not just about money being stolen anymore. It's about a growing feeling that being a good citizen, being a hardworking person, paying your taxes may not be worth it. People are starting to feel stupid. They think, well, I'm here, I'm playing by the rules, I am working hard, I'm providing for my family, I'm doing the hard work, and I'm the idiot. You see the memes online and we laugh, like, oh, me on my way to work, thinking that I should have just opened a daycare center in Minnesota and made millions. And again, it is funny, but it's also deeply sad. Because the next thing is, why am I even doing this? And that's the part that no one wants to talk about, because this kind of feeling shapes culture. I come from Brazil, as you know, and in Brazil we have this thing we call the Brazilian way, which is the idea that there's always a shortcut, there's always a loophole, a way to take advantage of a situation. And people think it comes out of nowhere. Oh, it's just the Brazilian way of living. No, this comes from years of Brazilian people being robbed and nothing being done with the thieves. So we now think that survival means cheating the system before it cheats you. Eventually, people stop believing that being honest is rewarded. When a society teaches its citizens that being honest makes you a loser, well, that's really dangerous. You don't just lose money, you lose trust, you lose dignity, you lose the culture that holds it all together. And once that's gone, it's really hard to get back.
That was a great video. Very well said. Very well
sense.
said. I mean, she's 100% right, because we got people who are coming here gaming the system and literally getting away with it. Like, first they were incentivizing the illegals to come over here, giving them free housing and all these legs up. And now we have an immigrant community who's 90% on welfare, gaming the system, starting fraudulent businesses, finessing millions of dollars. And the administration in place there is allowing it and protecting it and abetting it. So it's like, why are we following the rules and other people can just come here and finesse and get ahead and get away with it?
Also, the part I don't like is like the people who are just extreme left are so just for it that they are literally like they're saying like right here they're talking about Nick Shirley. He's getting threats for exposing fraud.
They said that's part of white supremacy.
That's what I'm saying. How's it white supremacy to not want people to do illegal things? That kind of sums up a lot. Just the black community, that sums up what's happening with the Somalians. Like if you speak against fraud or wrongdoing, if it's not done by white people, then you're a white supremacist.
That in itself is ridiculous, because Tim Walz himself was like, yeah, there's fraud, but white men commit most fraud. Like, who gives a shit?
That's not what we're talking about.
Why are you
right
moving
now.
the goalposts? Like, I hate when people move the goalposts to justify bad actions by saying, well, this group commits bad actions, but white people do it too. I don't give a shit. We're not talking about that. Like, we're talking about this specific instance. And it's like, it's just ridiculous, because if they're not white skinned, it's like I'm supposed to be against it because I'm also not white skinned.
That doesn't make sense.
It's ridiculous.
All things, if it's bad, it's
if
bad.
it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yeah.
Like actual death threats. Yeah, well, in person and also. Can you tell me about that? Like, are they messaging you saying, we're going to get you? What are they saying to you? Yeah, like they're saying, oh, like, kirked. You're going to be kirked. You're going to be kirked. That's what they're saying to you. Yeah, like you're the next, you'll be the next Kirk. And it's just like, are you kidding me? It's not even, like, I hate what's happening right now. Like, I feel bad for my family, honestly, because it's like, yeah, like, we didn't do anything wrong. And yet you guys are coming after me like I'm some sort of villain, right? So I'm like, my little sister's getting phone calls. I'm like, why are you guys doing this? Your little sister's getting phone calls? Yeah, from like the news. I'm like, okay, don't talk to my family. I mean, some news in India, they doxed my home. They doxed my dad. It was really weird.
I haven't even told my dad about that because I just don't want to even bother him about it.
Well, Dad, you know now.
But like they put it, like it's just like, are you guys kidding me? Like, why are you guys coming after somebody for going against fraud? Like I didn't make this a right or left issue. I just showed you guys that fraud was happening, and now you guys are coming after me. You're saying, yo, I'll be the next Kirk. You're literally stopping at intersections and coming after me and trying to attack me. Like what? Why are you so evil? Like what's wrong with you? Like what? Why are you defending fraud? Do you like money being stolen? No. Then what are you doing? You're a racist. No, I'm not a racist. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You guys are stealing money from the people that are working hard here inside the United States. I was literally talking to a black man, and then the Somali man comes out, and he's also black. So I can't understand what they're thinking, calling me a racist. I'm having a great conversation with a black man, and then another black man comes up, and he's Somali descent, and he comes and attacks me for being a racist. I'm like, no, I'm not a racist. It's so stupid. And that's why the fraud has been able to happen for so long, because people like Tim Walz are afraid to be called racist, afraid to be called racist. And me and my generation, we're over it. Like, we don't care.
Oh, I love that, buddy.
Like, we do not care. Call us a racist. I do not care, because I am not a racist. We're just seeing that prices of homes are so expensive. I don't even have a friend that can afford a home. People aren't getting married because of how expensive things are. And we're paying so much money in taxes. Most kids are... I'm lucky because I didn't go to college. But most kids are starting their life off behind the starting line. They're thousands of dollars in the debt. And so, yes, we're upset because you guys are stealing millions of dollars and getting rich, and then you're bragging about the white man working on TikTok. Who's actually the racist? You're the racist. You're the one saying the white man. You work, white woman. You work, white man. We're sick of it. Nobody cares. Like, stop committing fraud. If you're going to be here, be happy to be here and work hard like we're working hard. Whether you're black, Mexican, Asian, white, just go and work. And don't start playing this victim card and start trying to make things political about money, for instance, or don't get mad at people for making money. Like, that's why America is the greatest country in the world, is because of capitalism. And we had 250 years to do it. All these other countries had thousands of years to do it, but they didn't do it. That's why we have to protect what's ours.
Wow, that was extremely well said.
That was extremely well said. I mean,
everything was facts. He just said.
I mean, it's facts. It's like we are an example of that. I mean, we're following all the rules, and I mean, a lot of us are fortunate to have been on scholarship to go to college. But it's like, I mean, when I was in undergrad, I didn't have a full scholarship until my sophomore year. Like the end of my sophomore year. So I had to pay to go to school. So I had some student loan debt that I had to pay back, and it's like I'm fortunate that it wasn't an exorbitant amount, but there's lots of kids our age who are thousands of dollars in debt, 50, 60, 70, 100,000 in debt, paying that. Like every time they get a check, they have to pay it. Then they got to pay their rent. Then they got to buy groceries. There's no money. Like, and they're struggling. And we got people coming here, gaming the system, rubbing it in our face, telling us they're just as American as us while they speak their foreign language. While they speak a foreign language and wave their foreign flags. Like, I have every reason to be pissed off about that. And people keep posting under our posts when we make a post about this on X or something. You're black. You're black. I'm American. I was born here. My loyalty is to here and the people that are here. I have more in common with these racist white people like Nick than I do with any immigrant. So it's like I'm gonna side with him. It's like it's not even rocket science here. So I think it's
just right versus wrong.
Yeah.
How are you gonna justify stealing because a person is a skin color that you also are?
Yeah.
That is not right. That is wrong. I was taught stealing is wrong. Doesn't matter what color you are. If you steal, you're wrong.
Yeah,
so why would I justify stealing to make y'all like me? I don't care. That's why they call us all types of names, because we talk about what the black community is doing. We talk about what the Somalians are doing. If it is wrong, it is wrong. If there was white people on here doing fraud like this, we would say it is wrong. 10 commandment, don't steal. Simple. If you steal, not with you, because I don't steal. We work for what we do, but still, it doesn't make no sense to me, bro.
You know what's crazy? If we try to join the Somalian community, they won't accept us.
They won't accept us?
That's why it's crazy. People always bringing that argument up.
Bro.
Even if you go to African, they're going to look at you as American.
Oh, I need to pull something up. And Tucker made a good post about this. Okay, real quick, guys. I saw this yesterday from Tucker. Tucker's my guy. Saw this yesterday from Tucker. I thought it was interesting. Ilhan Omar isn't from here, and she somehow went from a refugee camp in Kenya to the U.S. And in a couple of years, she's talking like a white liberal. Well, how did that happen? That's not a feature of traditional Somali culture. She got this way from the white liberals that are here. They taught her to think this way. And that's why if you speak against anything they do, who's going to be the first one attacking you?
From CNN, can we talk to you? This is MAGA YouTuber Nick Shirley. Back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video.
People are going to say this is a left or right issue, but no, fraud is fraud. And so I'm not out here trying to put a twist on things.
Shirley's viral video, released over the weekend, in which he says he's uncovering tens of millions of dollars in fraud at Minneapolis daycares run by the Somali community, was retweeted by Elon Musk and Vice President J.D. Vance. In the video, Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
Did you come during their normal operating hours when you came to visit?
I came at 11 a.m., I believe, and I also came the following day later in the day. The point of it is not whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers. I wasn't trying to go inside, and there should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a
There
daycare.
should be a reception.
No, every daycare is locked.
Their doors are locked.
And so, okay, you bring up a fair point. Then but why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
Federal law enforcement has been investigating fraud in Minnesota for several years. Both Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel said on social media they've indicted dozens of defendants. DHS has posted multiple videos of agents they say are conducting a massive fraud investigation.
Do you think that federal law enforcement hasn't done enough? I mean, they would say, look, these fraud cases have been going on, but they've already done like 80 indictments. The cases have been going on, for years.
And why did I show up one day in Minnesota and go to all these daycares, no children, they're receiving millions of dollars. We uncovered nearly $110 million in fraud in one day.
How do you know that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
CNN is looking into Shirley's claims.
Hi, my name's Whitney Wild. I'm a correspondent for CNN.
We reached out to several of the daycares featured in the now viral video. Only one daycare facility answered and said they are a legitimate business.
Have you seen the videos, purporting that some of these daycares don't have kids inside?
Minnesota Republicans say despite the new focus from the Trump administration,
they said they're legit. They have to be legit. I called the girl. I saw the crack dealer dealing crack. I asked him, "Hey, you selling crack?" He said, "No, he's not selling it, officer. He's not." 3 crackheads walked by him. He just high-fived them, and he didn't sell them anything. He said he didn't do it.
You know what's crazy to me to think about all the people that got locked up for PPP, and people didn't have this much outrage like they did for this. This is insane, though.
It's ridiculous, bro. this whole thing is ridiculous.
The part to me is just, if you speak against it, you're a traitor to your race. You're a white supremacist.
Like, what the hell?
What?
Wrong is wrong.
Wrong is wrong, bro. We call out all types of wrong. We don't care.
Somebody probably got mad and said, "Man, y'all gave away the sauce."
Literally. They said, "We didn't do it." That's like you go on a 2-man with your homie. She say, "Is your homie cute?" "Yeah, my homie cute." "Yeah." What I'm supposed to say?
So y'all want to drop a daycare after this?
We might have to.
Administration, they have been sounding the alarm on fraud for years.
We have talked about fraud. We have gotten stories. We've tried to push this forward every way that we can.
At the daycare where Shirley showed back up, a stream of children walk inside.
You're saying that this is a fraudulent daycare. There's kids being dropped off right now.
Yes. The Commissioner of Children literally said a week ago this place was closed.
Did you know
They're
that?
showing face right now.
A viral video, disputed claims, and their full fallout remains to be seen.
Whitney, you mentioned in your story that there were dozens of convictions going back to 2022. Can you explain what those convictions established?
Well, this was really the beginning of this massive fraud case that has now led to more than 50 convictions, 56 people at least convicted as of September of this year, Jim. At least 78 people have been indicted in that case. It was this sprawling investigation that, DOJ has really touted as their effort to try to root out what is a fraud problem here in Minnesota.
So it is a problem, but you're trying to say say his claims are not true.
And if you speak on the problem,
you're a white supremacist.
It's ridiculous.
Just like if you speak on the problems in the black community,
you're a sellout.
So it's almost as if the left, when there are things going wrong, they want them to go wrong. It's like they want this to happen to me.
But
they defend it so hard.
You know, it's crazy to think about. All this money is circulating in our country. No wonder the price of everything is up, because it's a lot of disposable cash. That's why homes
It's so
are
much
up.
fraud, bro. They was doing
Insurance
what's the fraud we
is
saw
up.
the other day? Food stamp fraud, daycare fraud, autism
Unemployment.
fraud. This don't even go into the regular fraud that they've been hitting since day one.
I know some people that used to hit the California unemployment fraud.
Unemployment fraud. It's all types of fraud.
A manager at Nakomi's daycare center in Minneapolis says someone broke into the facility and stole all their documents.
My dog ate my homework.
That's literally what this is along the lines of.
Yesterday morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in.
Face.
As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors.
Real quick, these are the people. These are the ones I'm talking about,
Read our
guys.
sign.
What does it say? I can't read this yellow.
Racism have no place here, I think.
In childcare. Look at this. These are the ones Tucker's were talking about. This is who Tucker is talking about. This is the one. These are the people who telling us we don't know black people. Her
was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen.
So it's
We've been
his fault.
receiving hateful messages through our voice notes threatening us for the past couple of days, including one that happened yesterday morning after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans. We are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening. This is also sad that a video can cause all of this. I want to say that there are hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycares engaged everyone else to come and.
All right.
Good boy. The cat went across the road head ass. No, this is BS.
I am very sorry for my actions.
This is BS. Oh, it's very convenient that the organizations accused of fraud just lost their employee log and child log
today,
and where the money went log. Very convenient. This is in Ohio. Even in Ohio, they finessing.
Today, I'm showing you 161 Childcare in Columbus, Ohio. And as you can see, it does not look like a childcare center at all. It is locked. It says it's open. There's a little desk right there, but the ceiling's all falling out and stuff like that. And if you come around back, you can see that this place is just a total dump.
This looks abandoned.
Literal just debris everywhere. Just a question, how do you enroll? How do you enroll your children here? You can't do that? No kids? So how can I enroll my children? It says you get public money through Ohio. You get money through the state of Ohio. This is a money that gets.
Hey, bro, that is funny, bro.
Bro, they are over here wrapped it. Okay, I'm not going to go that far. They're over here finessing.
What was you finna say?
I'm not gonna say it.
Nah,
What was you about to say?
That
was really bad, man.
I'm not gonna say it. They over here finessing, y'all.
All right, guys. Before we watch this video, what are the chances Abby backs them?
Oh, you're
100%.
Minnesota officials say that each of the facilities that he visited had been visited at least once in the last 6 months. And so far, they found no evidence of fraud. So shouldn't he have to provide actual evidence of fraud before just walking up to a building and saying, fraud is happening here?
Who is he? Like, who gave this guy license to go around and say, I couldn't get into daycare centers, the doors were locked? Like, nobody should be able to walk into a daycare center because the doors are locked. These random vigilante justice, something that people in this country know a lot about, these random vigilante justice seekers who ordain themselves like some sort of law enforcement expert, like he's a random YouTuber. And I just find it laughable that the party of the self-proclaimed pro-life people are celebrating cutting off funding to children. The white evangelical crowd who purports to uphold these Christian values are celebrating targeting communities because of their ethnicity and cutting off care to children. It's utterly ridiculous. And I have to say, only a deplorable human being cannot decisively say it is wrong to target this community. We all heard what Donald Trump said from the White House. To pretend that this is some sort of opinion versus this opinion, no, we hear this right now. And so we have to call these things out with outrage, with righteous indignation that this type of thing, one day it's the Somali community, the next day it's another community. What is hard about saying this is awful? What is hard about saying we should all care about children?
And it's not just racist and xenophobic, it's actually dangerous because what Donald Trump is doing in targeting this community, it's putting American citizens in danger because it is putting a target on their back. But there's something else that I think is really disturbing. To your point about who this YouTuber is, and that all of a sudden, because he made this video that has gone viral, now DHS and FBI are putting resources into this community all of a sudden?
Well, they're not. I mean, because they actually had already. Well, that's the thing. I mean, those videos that we were showing, those are
but they're
performative.
pretending like they just found this out.
They're walking into a deli and asking questions and then saying, "Have a nice day." That's not how you investigate fraud.
They're doing exactly what we said this entire time. But they're gonna do this to the black community and other communities, and they're just they're targeting them because they're Somalians.
But they already got caught for doing fraud.
It's disgusting to me.
That's why they're targeting them.
It's disgusting to me that this is an American news network siding with foreigners in America. If there are foreigners in your land that are visitors in your land and they're suspected of doing something, I don't think it's wrong for the natives of that land to be up in arms if there was suspected fraud. To sit here on this television station and act like you're doing us a service by telling us we should be against this and that it's wrong. Well, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. What's wrong is what they're doing. What's wrong is them gaming our system. What's wrong is them exploiting tax dollars under the expense of actually helping children when no children are being helped. You should be against that. If you really care about children, you should be against the programs that are put in place to benefit, to help children, our future of this country, being exploited. Because if this exploitation keeps happening, and in order to stop the exploitation, the program, the money that funnels into these programs gets cut, actual legit businesses that actually help children will suffer, and you will be to blame because you want to sit up here and put a cape on for this community that's not even native to our land. It's ridiculous.
They don't care about the community at all. I get what they're doing it for. They're virtue signaling to say we're the good guys. We care. Side with us. They're bad. Political pawns. They don't care about black people. They don't care about immigrants. They don't care about babies in the womb. They don't care about none of that. They care about power and pushing narratives.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? That they did all this fraud and still sending it to terrorist organizations. So what won't stop the kids?
Yeah. Because they're over there, they're just saints.
Yeah.
Saints over there. I think that this is a pretty clear-cut case. Didn't you say Tim Walz, 91% chance? What was that?
That's for Kalshi.
Kalshi? Let's
Kalshi said 91% chance that he gets charged.
What about Ilhan? She's the plug. She the one that gave people I'm finna sign this bill.
I would love to see Ilhan Omar get deported.
All right, guys. Well, Kalshi, where the money is made, where people bet. You know, if you believe something, put your money where your mouth is. Kalshi, you know, we've done deals with Kalshi. Kalshi said Trump was going to win. Trump won. A lot of things they say, you know, the people know who are betting on Kalshi. 69% chance Tampon Tim is going to be charged with a federal crime.
The mods. I don't like the mods for you, Tim.
I was at war. I was running with a gun. No, you wasn't. You was fake thugging.
Yeah.
Just like these rappers.
Yeah, man. We need to see, I'm not going to lie, until somebody gets charged for all this fraud and government officials start paying the price for breaking the law, Pam Bondi and Cash Patel are nothing but a huge disappointment.
They are. We'll admit that.
That's just my opinion, y'all.
Well, they is getting some of the people, though.
No, they didn't.
But it's not like how they was talking about.
They did all that wolfing. Oh, we gonna come after you, the corrupt politicians, and nobody's went to jail. Nobody's been charged. Bill Clinton walking free. Epstein files ain't released. Illegal still finessing. Hey, man, it's a failure at this point, if you ask me. That's just my opinion. Let us know what y'all think.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people
you
here.
don't. No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have. You don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
Great question.
I'll give you an example. In Georgia,
Great question.
They raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing. It's very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
I don't agree with that sentiment at all. I think American labor is better than foreign labor. There's no one on this planet that will convince me that people in other countries are better than Americans. That Americans aren't smart and good enough to do the job. I just think that's just a horrible message, a horrible thing to say.
Yeah, I think the Americans can do
And
it.
I don't think that hiring foreigners and bringing them here to work is the right move at all. Especially when we just campaigned on taking the country back and making America great again. How does bringing more foreigners here make America great again? I feel the same way about people on H-1B visas as I do about illegal immigrants. They're equal in my book.
See, to me, y'all won't like my answer, but I strongly disagree because the way I see it, I'm 100% capitalist. I believe in capitalism. I believe capitalism is the best system. And competition drives capitalism. Competition drives America. So if we bring in other people who are fit to do the job and you have to compete with them, well, if you're better than them, you will get the job over them. But if you are not, then you won't. As a business owner, I'll hire the best person for the job, regardless of where they're from. That's just me. But I do see the point. You want Americans to have jobs, but if there's, as a business owner, if someone else is better for the job, I'm hiring whoever is best for the job, period.
Well, the statistical data proves that immigrants that they're bringing in are not better for the jobs or more qualified. Companies were almost incentivized to bring them in because you can pay them less. And I've seen sentiments of people who work with H-1Bs and they say, yes, they do make less. So it's almost like they're just undercutting the job market by sourcing cheaper labor when you could get this equal talent in America. So the whole sentiment is like, we're saying, oh, Americans are unemployed. And it's like, you're telling them, oh, well, it doesn't matter that you're unemployed. That's almost what you're doing. It's like, we voted for you to fix these things, and now you're saying these things don't matter.
But are they unemployed because they can't get a job because of foreigner, or is it because...
Well, if companies are incentivized to source cheaper labor, yes. I mean, I just don't support immigration. I don't support immigration. I don't support immigration.
I support immigration.
I actually think immigration should be slowed. I think that we should cut the number of foreigners coming into America and focus on Americans. If we're going to deport illegal immigrants, deport the H-1Bs as well and focus on America. That's what I thought MAGA promised. I thought MAGA was about making the lives of American citizens and American-born better, not sourcing foreigners or more immigrants. That is my sentiment. That's actually why I voted for Trump. It's actually why I didn't vote for Kamala, because she has an Indian mom and a Jamaican dad. I'm not voting for you. I'm sorry. I would never vote. If I would have known that same thing about Obama, I wasn't even old enough to vote, but I wouldn't have voted for his ass either.
See, I disagree, man. I disagree.
Y'all ain't gonna like what I only care if you stem from an immigrant. I would not vote for you for president. I would not support your candidacy for anything. If you are not pro-America and pro-American labor, I don't support you. Period. Especially in the American government. That is my sentiment.
You know, a lot of people probably gonna definitely agree with you.
I just don't support it. Like if you're not pro-America and pro-American citizens, I'm not gonna vote for you. And it's interesting because I've been seeing people using this as like a gotcha, like, oh, you guys thought it would be different, as if the daughter of 2 immigrants on student visas was gonna give us a different answer. She's literally half Indian. You think she's gonna stop sourcing Indians here? It's ridiculous. I just believe that the MAGA messaging, that's almost a betrayal to the base, because we were told that you're gonna fix these problems. Lots of Americans are being undercut by the sourcing of cheaper labor when the data proves that Americans are just as qualified, just as equal, and you're just almost incentivizing companies to source cheap labor. Like, I love that Laura Ingraham checked them, like, oh, they can't do these jobs. Okay, how did we do it before? By hiring Americans. Like, it's bullshit what he's saying. It's bullshit.
But also before, it was a lot of immigrants, like all the Italians and all them that came over here.
That was hundreds of years ago.
But that's still, America is a country of immigrants at the end of the day.
Not really.
So it definitely is.
Not really.
It is.
I don't believe that.
I mean, what about all the Italians and all the Europeans who came here? They were immigrants.
No, Europeans came here to make America. When they came from Europe, they became Americans.
But they contributed to society.
They came and became Americans.
I disagree with illegal immigration 100%.
Legal immigration.
Hold on. Let me finish. I disagree with the illegal immigration 100%. But legal immigration, the people who are going to contribute to society and come here legally and help and drive the economy, is the way I see it. It's just like the NBA. If the best players are from another country, if the best players are from another country, then the best players are the best players. To me, it doesn't bother me that SGA is from Canada. Giannis is from wherever he's from. Jokic is from wherever he's from. You know? I just see it as just like how I see sports. To me, it's the same thing as a DEI thing. It's like, well, we need more women or we need more, black people because that's how I see it. Because it's like, oh, we just need them because of who they are instead of the best person for the job, period.
There's no data that says that people coming from overseas are better. They're just, companies are incentivized to source cheap labor. There's no, to use the NBA comparison, let me finish. To use the NBA comparison, regular Americans are not competing for NBA jobs. That it's less than 0.1% of the world's population that can even play in that league. So to use that to an open job market when people are just as qualified and there's labor that could be sourced for cheaper, which undercuts you from a job and opportunity, I just don't support that. And I don't believe that America is a country of immigrants. If you come to America, you need to be American. I don't believe in bringing people here to outsource Americans and give them a leg up on Americans. I believe that Americans who stem from America and are born here should have the best opportunity over any other group of people. I think if you come here and become a naturalized citizen and you get in the same process and you become a citizen and you have to go through the same process as everyone else, sure. But if you have to get a H-1B work visa, which incentivizes the company to hire you for cheaper labor for the same job that they could give an American and have to pay them an actual salary and actual wage, I don't think that should be a thing. I think that should be done away with. I'm not in favor of Americans having to compete with jobs for foreigners who can be hired to do the same jobs for cheaper. It's not fair. It's not right. And it's just not American. I believe if we're going to say America is the best country and we have the best citizens, I believe that we need to provide the best opportunities for the citizens and not source immigrants.
It's kind of hard to say that because we're a capitalistic society.
Well, it's not hard to say. It's not hard to say that because you can still you still get the same output.
But
you're in favor of Americans getting sourced.
No, I prefer Americans to have jobs, but we're in America. It's a capitalistic society. I'm being realistic.
You can just stop it. Like, I mean, Trump has already cut the number of visas by hundreds of thousands. It's like this is just another thing that you could do to cut more visas and put Americans in better positions.
But it's like they scared to compete.
It's what the base wants. It's not competition. It's not even competition. The companies are just outsourcing you for cheaper. That's not competition. It's like, I can hire this guy and get the same work, but I have to pay him regular salary, or I can go get this dude and pay him less to do the same job. That's not fair. It's not competition.
But if you're a business owner, do you care about fair or do you care about making money?
I would. If I was a business owner, I wouldn't want a bunch of foreigners in my company.
But you just said they're doing the same job, you pay them less.
How is that fair?
It's not about fair. It's about making money. It's the owner business.
So you guys are okay with Americans being cut out of jobs because foreigners can be sourced for cheaper?
I'm saying,
I don't
as a
support
business
that.
owner, business owner in a capitalist society, I'm going to do what makes me the most money. My job is not to say, hold on.
So this is why people like Mondami get into power, because you guys are putting profits over people.
You not let me finish. If I own a business and person A can cost me less, like you say, and do the same job, or in some instances, probably a better job.
No, there's no data that proves that. There's no data that proves that.
But look, just
zero data that proves that.
I'm going on a case-by-case basis.
There's no case-by-case data that proves that.
Case-by-case basis.
There's no data that proves that.
Can I please finish?
There's no data that proves that.
Can I ask you a favor? Can I finish?
But there's no data that proves that.
No, but can I finish? If I own a business and this person costs me less, as a business owner, my job is to make money. So whatever makes me more money makes more sense to me. And that's capitalism. That could be a flaw to capitalism in your opinion, but to me, that is capitalism.
Well, this is why Democrats are going to continue to get into power, because that is an issue that millions of voters have been voicing, and you guys are just saying, well, fuck what you guys talk about. This is how Mondami got into power. He's talking about cutting the profits and giving the money to the people. I'm saying rather than cut the profits and give money to the people, just hire the people. Just hire them. If you give the people money and jobs, what they want, there will be less complaining and people will be happier. But given the fact that everything's unaffordable, jobs are hard to get, and you're also competing with foreigners who can do this, who are equally as qualified as you, and undercutting you because they get paid cheaper and get cheaper labor, and now you're struggling. It's like
that is unfair.
It's unfair. It's
That's
not right.
I can say that is unfair.
Now, sure, it's capitalism, sure, but it's like all you have to do is just not incentivize companies to do it. You just cut it. It's a simple fix. You just say, okay, no more of this. Yink. Boom, problem solved. Now you have to hire the people in America, and you get more power, because now people are going to vote for you. Oh, he's giving us jobs. He's giving more Americans jobs. That was the MAGA promise. The MAGA promise wasn't, oh, we're going to make America great again by being a bunch of foreigners, but we're also going to kick out these foreigners that aren't supposed to be here. No. The same energy for illegal immigrants should be had towards H-1B visas. Period.
Nah, I strongly disagree with that.
I don't believe H-1B visas make America better.
Trump disagree.
You need them. You can't bring in $10 billion for a plant, take people off the unemployment line, and start making missiles. It doesn't work that way. So that being a non sequitur aside, once again, this is just the next stage. So first they take the seats at the advanced universities from Americans, then they take the best jobs, then they take the best STEM jobs. No, you can't go to college, that's for the Chinese. No, you can't get a tech job, that's for the Indians, that's for the South Koreans. That's for Asians and immigrants from other countries. Americans can't do those jobs. Really? So hey, what jobs can we do? Americans apparently can't go to universities. And Americans also, they won't do the low-skilled jobs that the Mexicans do. They also won't do the high-skilled jobs that the Asians can do. They refuse to do the low-skilled jobs that the dumb peasants from Central America do because they're lazy and they just can't work with their hands. And they're not able to do the high-skilled jobs that the Asians do because they're stupid. You can't take them out of the unemployment line and teach them to make missiles. And by the way, both of these things are not true. Of course you can do that. Of course you can.
Thank you. I agree.
When ICE raided a meatpacking plant in, I think it was Kansas, and they rounded up all the illegals and detained them, the following day, there was a line going around the building. The entire lobby of the meatpacking plant was filled, and there was a line wrapped around the building of people applying for jobs. Of course, Americans will do the jobs. You got to train them. It costs money, and it takes time. You got to train them up, but of course they'll do those jobs. And as far as the STEM jobs go, you probably have about 40% of college graduates 18 to 40 that have a STEM degree. How many of them are working in a STEM field? I think it's like 15%.
Thank you. Facts
so it's not just that you have unemployment, you have underemployment. You have maybe half of the people that have STEM jobs that are not, or excuse me, that have STEM degrees, they're not working in STEM jobs. Of course you can train them to make missiles. Instead of having Americans train H-1B visa workers to take their job, Have the H-1B visa workers train Americans to take their job. It's a no-brainer.
Thank you.
Of course you can do.
That's a fair argument.
This is what's missing in the government that we thought we were getting from Trump.
I agree.
And by the way, this actually goes towards the whole thing about Joseph Stalin. Why do I like Stalin in some ways? Super controversial, I know.
All right, now he's going off the deep end here.
Because if you read anything about the industrialization of the Soviet Union, it's incredible. These communists, as horrible and barbaric as they were, they would get on trains and they would go to factories and they would literally build factories from nothing. The actual politicians would do it. The actual politicians, they didn't know how to do anything, but they bootstrapped and they got on trains, they went out there and they just made towns that made tanks and planes. And they stole the secrets from the United States and they just did it. And it was super inefficient and criminal, and they used slave labor to do it. Like, I'm not co-signing the methods, but there was this spirit. There was a spirit there. There was a spirit in Germany also. There was also a spirit like this in America. It was a different time where people just said, we will do it. And we thought we were getting that with Trump. That's, by the way, what Make America Great Again means.
Thank you.
The whole idea of Make America Great Again is this idea that the country is stuck. The country can't do anything. The government has no efficacy. The government can't solve problems, and neither can the private sector. It seems like our country is dying, and basically people are unable to stop it. People are either apathetic and they don't care, or people are inept and they're not competent enough. And it seems like the whole country's falling off the cliff and no one is able to even do anything. And we're looking at these energetic countries with tons of young people, whether it's in the Middle East or it's in Asia. We look at cities like Dubai. We look at cities like Singapore. We look at Beijing, Hong Kong. And people say, why can't we build things like they're building in China? Why can't, in China, they build bridges, they build things. We can't build anything.
Damn.
In Dubai, they build like world wonders and it's peaceful. In Chicago and New York, it's a shithole. It's dirty, there's crime everywhere, it smells like weed. You can't build anything. And the whole idea of Trump getting into office is that we would get the energy back. We would get this initiative back. That's what Make America Great Again meant. And yes, the aesthetics of MAGA had in it, you know, I'm not a socialist, but this idea of like heavy industry, like factories making stuff. Like Americans would be drafted not to go and fight in the Middle East, but literally drafted to build shit in America. You're going to get a job, you're going to work, and we're literally going to make things. We're going to make our country great. We're going to build skyscrapers, bridges, infrastructure. We're going to work with our hands. We're going to have factories. We're going to be a productive nation that builds the future. That was the whole premise. And Americans would do it. It was that Americans would do the building. Not Chinese, not Indians, not foreign labor, not outsourcing. American labor, American builders, buying American, hiring American, American ingenuity and entrepreneurship and innovation and labor and companies would literally create our future. That was the idea of MAGA.
No, that is.
His entire sentiment on the H-1Bs, spot on facts. Same thing I was saying literally right before we watched it. And then the thing he said about MAGA was spot on. I mean, he's hitting the nail on the head. Like, we didn't vote for Trump to import more foreigners and tell us that they're better than us. They're not better than us. I don't believe that. No one will ever convince me that a foreigner is better than me. Never. No one will ever convince me that foreign labor is better than American labor. He made a point. 40% of people in STEM don't have degrees in STEM. Why? Because STEM is outsourcing labor. That's an issue. That is an issue. Someone has to address that. I thought that's what MAGA was going to do. Like he said, I thought it was about making America great with American citizens for American citizens, not making more opportunity to bring more foreigners here. I would never be in favor of that. If that's what I knew it was, I would have never voted for that. Simply put, I would have never voted for that. Like it's simple stuff. Like I don't know. They try to. This is why Nick Fuentes says these things, and this is why he's picking up steam. This is why people listen to him, because this is my thoughts exactly. Literally, you guys saw it in real time. We talked about it, then we watched it, and he said exactly what I was thinking. He went off the deep end there with the Soviet Union crap, but
Stalin, he sounded like a communist.
Yeah, he went off the deep end there. I'm not co-signing that, but everything else, I think he was spot on. It's just pure facts, and I'm tired of people who want us to buy into this system that doesn't benefit us, tell us that we're wrong for feeling like this, we're wrong for thinking these things, especially as young people. Because I see a lot of young people are talking about there's an affordability problem, there's an opportunity problem, and we just have old people tell us, oh, you're lazy, oh, you're not trying hard enough, you're not trying hard enough. Shut the fuck up. Everything's hard. Like young people are talking, we need these things addressed. I'm not trying to grow up in a world where I could get outsourced to some foreigner and he can have a better life than me. That's not the America that the MAGA I voted for, and the America I want to live in, and that's just my 2 cents.
So I see what you're saying, but just me personally, I would never wake up in the morning and cry to the government and be like, man, because of Trump and these policies, I can't get no job. I'm going to get my skills up, and I'm going to go get me a job. And I know y'all all going to be super mad at me for saying this and for my take, but that's just the way I see it. It's a little bit of a victim mindset to me, and I don't expect y'all to agree, but I say what I think. If you want to get you some money, go get you a job. If you're scared of somebody taking your job, then get your skills up. That's how I see it.
That's a valid take. That is a valid take. I mean, you shouldn't expect the government to save you. I completely agree with that. But I mean, we're seeing a problem here. 40% of people in one of the most essential fields, STEM, are not employed in that. 40% of Americans are not employed in that because they're being outsourced. And MAGA was promised to fix these things and address these things and heal this bleeding that we're seeing in our nation. And we just had our president say, you guys are too stupid and not good enough. So, that's going to be an interesting development. I mean, this is why people don't support Vivek, because he was like, let's bring in more foreigners as a foreigner. That changed my whole opinion on him. I think he's a great guy, very intelligent, but I'd never co-sign anything like that, me personally. I think if you're going to be a politician in America, you need to serve Americans first. America first.
No, I understand that, man. But hey, that's my take. That's your take. Everybody ain't gonna agree on everything. Sorry, y'all. Y'all gonna get mad at me, but I'm with Trump on this one.
Yeah, so America does not need more visas from people from India. India are used as indentured servants by U.S. firms who despise the American worker. No immigration policy has more cruelty displaced Americans as H-1B fraud. H-1B is a morally indefensible if you care about U.S. workers. Click on that.
Like, to be honest with you,
look at this.
We need more Americans to learn how to even make missiles.
That's what I'm saying. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. As a technical lead, as an American, you can make $190,000. They can outsource you for $100,000. As a software engineer, they can outsource you for $50,000, $70,000 as a Java developer, hardware engineer. They're paying the H-1 visas more. That's crazy. Look at it. It's crazy. Like I said, they're outsourcing you. They're outsourcing you for cheaper labor for the same jobs.
You think the Americans would accept that type of payment that low?
I think if you're giving them an opportunity, yes. If you're gonna hire a kid out of college in a STEM degree, these are phenomenal salaries. $65K fresh out of college, that's a great job. $140K fresh out of college, that's a great salary. I mean, they're not even giving Americans a chance. Like we can just outsource you and get tax breaks for hiring you and paying you less. Like what? I can't support that. I can't support that. Sure, it's capitalism, but I mean, this is how people like Mandami get into power. It purely is
the opposite of capitalism.
No, exactly, because because you guys are talking about capitalism is like you said, this puts the businesses and their profits above the worker. Well, Mandami says, hey, we're going to go tax those people and their profits and give it to the people. And people who are suffering from being outsourced and being underpaid and being broke, and obviously these liberals that rely on the government are going to vote for that. I mean, it's an easy fix. We're going to cut these outsourcing and give you jobs. We're going to give you jobs. We're going to give you what you want. You want a job? Here's a job. I guarantee you, if they cut these foreigners out and they were like, hey, 500,000 new American jobs in these great fields, I guarantee you people will be lining up. The application process will be insane. I just don't believe that foreigners are better. I don't believe that Indians, South Koreans, Chinese, all these people that they're trying to bring here are better than Americans. I don't believe it. Like, look at the Olympics. They can't compete with us physically. I think in the classroom we're better as well.
They said check them ACT scores.
Check the SAT and ACTs.
I'm being a realist. seeing the videos of the robots they're making in China compared to the robots in America.
Guess what?
There is a little bit better.
Guess what though? But listen though.
I'm being realist,
I'll reply to you. Look, they invest in their citizens. They invest in their education. They don't outsource labor. They're not having.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
We should do that.
If we want to compete, we have to make our people better. Invest in education. Invest in our workers. Invest in our fields. Don't outsource us for profits.
Nobody in America know how to make it, though.
See, bro, that's just not true, bro. That's just false. That's just not true. It's not true that Americans don't know. It's
like,
false.
You think it's enough companies that know how to make it?
Yes.
And hire.
Listen. Like he said, like, great idea. Let's hire some H-1Bs to train up the Americans, and you can get the fuck out of here.
That's fair.
Don't hire him.
I can say that's a fair argument.
I think that's a phenomenal solution rather than bringing the H-1Bs into work.
Technology-wise, China is a little bit more ahead.
They're investing in their people and in that. We don't.
Like for America,
as Americans, we don't do
how
that.
How you keep up with that when you know they already ahead? So we just supposed to just stay on the sideline and just figure it out ourselves, or
Bro, like I said, we can get H-1Bs to train Americans to show us the game. It's just there's no statistical data that H-1Bs are more superior to Americans. There's just no I've looked it up. There's no data. There's no data that proves it. There's actual data that proves that they're less sufficient in English and reading and writing and all these things because they're foreigners.
Yes.
You're never gonna convince me that this is the way that America gets better. If we're talking about making America great with American values, bring a bunch of foreigners here and kicking Americans to the side is not a solution.
I got an argument because I do want Americans to get hired, but think about the bullet train in California. They could not even make that bitch.
They don't have money.
But
look at the budget in California.
You don't
it's
feel
fucked.
So what happened is if we can't make it because it's expensive, we can get somebody cheaper. Shit. Somebody got fucked over.
I just think a simple fix would be if you want to compete, we need to invest in our future. We need to invest in our citizens and not invest in foreign. I think if we cut our foreign spending and bring in foreigners, and we put that money in America towards things like education, towards things like hiring people and teaching them these things, I think we'd be a lot better off.
I don't know how this is possible to do it, but I feel like the only way this can possibly happen if the cost of everything go down, which is looking hard.
It's not happening yet.
Well, unless we have a major recession or something.
I'm confused.
Cause I feel it's best up. I feel like how a lot of people will get jobs if the price of a lot of shit is not expensive no more, like steel, all that. Think about the Great.
Well, with the tariffs, things are going down. We just got $22 trillion from tariffs.
Hey,
or something like that. 22, some crazy number from tariffs.
I'm just saying, bro.
I just think if America wants to compete, invest in Americans.
As a business owner, I'm sorry, guys. Don't get mad at me. But if I have to pay $189 or $95K, which one I'm going to pay?
That's what you're gonna do.
That's fucked up. It's fucked up. It is fucked up, but
you can't
if your budget is messed up, you can't create it.
Bro, these companies are not. These companies' budgets are not messed up. These companies are operating at billions of dollars. These Fortune 500 companies are making money. It's not like they don't have money to pay people. They just make more money by outsourcing you.
But why would a business do something that makes them less money?
Well, you got to incentivize them to do so. They've already incentivized to hire these people. You need to incentivize these businesses. Trump's a great businessman. He can find a solution. Incentivize these businesses to hire Americans. I say maybe
they probably need to make more.
Like Trump already tried to address the H-1B situation, make them more expensive because they were a lot cheaper. I think making them more expensive, capping them, maybe firing some, and maybe giving some tax break to companies that hire more American workers. I think that's a great idea, a great solution. Me personally,
that could be. I'd say raise
if I was the president, you want to hire a bunch of foreigners, you're paying more taxes. I'm going to increase your taxes. I'm not going to incentivize you to bring these people here. I don't want them in my country. My country is for its countrymen. I'm going to penalize these companies that want to outsource this labor, and the ones that don't, I'm going to incentivize you.
But
it's a simple fix.
And that's going to also make the country, the companies leave too. That's what's also going to be a problem. So it's just
and then the foreign companies, if they're trying to invest, a country or a company, that's not from here trying to invest here. They might not do that. That might not help the economy.
I see both arguments. Bro.
I do too. I don't know, man. I just will never ever see the light in something that benefits a foreigner over an American. I'm not getting down with that. I'm not a person that's like, oh, everybody come in and eat. No, this is our shit. This is for us. You eat over there, we gonna eat over here. That's what it is. That's my sentiment exactly.